Usually shows up. Oh, here we are. Yeah. So, hi, here we are again. We're fast and furious with our love notes from Viva. And just to let you know that really we were scheduled to be tomorrow, and Kjetil has so kindly been hijacked on Wednesday as opposed to being scheduled for Thursday. But we've kind of laughed at that. I hope it hasn't going to put anybody else out. Oh, I've just got to turn my Facebook Living as well. So welcome, Kjetil. Welcome to anyone who's here now or is catching up later. Sheila and I are delighted and grateful that you are free and willing and able to come to our Viva event in October. We look forward to getting to know you a little bit more as well. And these are little standalone conversations we've been having. I'm sure that anyone's watching them will be familiar with the format. We don't do a lengthy introduction. You're free to say whatever you like about yourself. We will not contradict. And mainly we're going to hand over to you. But if you feel at some point you want to kind of bring us in, or you want us to ask a question, that's completely fine. It's really free form. And as you just said, what's really important for all of us is what's fresh in the moment. And although we started off on one course where we were going to talk about a topic which may well have been very relevant 3 weeks ago, we're here in the moment, and we're just going to go with where you are and what you would like to talk about, and we're all ears. So welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you. All right, so would you like me to go, or yeah? Okay, great. And just every time I talk to you and Viva last time and this time also, I just get a smile on my face, I really do. I can't hold it back. It's just coming. Oh, I love that. And that's the feeling of Viva for me. So I'm really excited about the event that you invited me to come. So, and today I haven't really had time to get excited because, I thought it was tomorrow. So, and I, like we said, I had another thing to talk about when you asked me for a few weeks ago. And now I just, I've just become more clear or more inspired about something else. So, and what's on my mind now these days, I'm working with, educating coaches within the understanding of the principles, and I just feel super inspired about developing secure coaches that can also develop secure people that can contribute to creating a secure world. And for me, that's just, I don't know, I guess as you're doing your business and trying to find a way to help people, you just become more aware of what's deep in your heart. And for me, I've just, if I go back quite a few years, I just felt so not secure, so insecure. And I felt it all the time. I was living in, I didn't know at the time, I just knew my own reality, but I was living in a chronic state of insecurity, just constantly judging what I was doing, that I wasn't good enough. I felt that everyone else was better, and that I didn't believe in myself, that I could do stuff. I was holding myself back constantly, and just comparing myself to others, and always losing that battle, and just really feeling super insecure and not feeling so hopeful, and also having a lot of social anxiety, and just having all these insecure thoughts about myself and about my life and about the future, and my dreams and values. So I just remember that I felt that, you know, the only thing I really want to do or want to achieve in my life is to find um, or to become a secure person. That was my biggest dream. I hated being so insecure. I hated those feelings. I had so much resistance towards it. And I just really wanted that change. And I'm grateful now that I felt that way because, you know, it did send me, or it did bring me a lot of motivation to go to be a seeker, to try to understand, you know, how can I become a secure person? And so I've just been seeking for many years in all kinds of directions, trying to, you know, fix myself, work on myself, because I thought this was who I was. Like I really identified with being this insecure person. I thought it was me, and so it was natural for me to just think that, okay, I need to work on myself. I need to change the form of who I am to become a better form. And so I learned all these techniques and tools and models and studied, you know, NLP and hypnosis and just all kinds of stuff. Read all these books and just worked on myself. And you know, honestly, I did feel more hopeful through that. I felt that, you know, because I was challenging myself as well. I was just so I was blushing all the time. I was getting embarrassed and you know, my biggest fear was talking in public in front of people and just standing there and just not knowing what to say and just, you know, feeling super insecure for everyone else to watch, you know. So I just really hated that and just worked on that a lot. And I took challenges and through the challenges I saw, okay, I can speak in public. It's possible sometimes, you know. And I felt like just doing or taking the challenges, I didn't understand what was really going on because I did get new perspectives, but I didn't understand that that was what changed me. I just thought that it was through what I was doing, you know, through what techniques and tools and strategies I was doing. But, you know, just um, for, I think it's about 7.5 years ago, I came into this understanding of the principles, and it just really changed the way that I view myself and everyone else, and how you can become a secure person, and how you can work with people as a coach to become a secure coach and help other people um, become secure people. So and I just feel really passionate about that. I just feel that this understanding just made everything so much more simple and powerful than working on myself. Just seeing that or understanding that I am not this different feelings coming and going. You know, I'm just not that, you know, because in one moment I'm super insecure still, you know, and in the next moment I'm just super happy and confident and having fun and just playing around. So I just see that I change, you know, and I'm not what's changing. I've just seen that there's something deeper behind that, the potential to see yourself in a new way, and knowing that the security is knowing who you are on a deeper level. So I don't know if I should keep going on that, or if you have any thoughts or questions.
I think I think what you said, you know, I love how much you shared how insecure you were, because I think so many people can relate to that. I think that's a picture that you painted there was really clear of somebody who was very insecure. And yeah, so many of the details that you shared are I can put my hand up to, and I'm sure lots of people can. So, moving into, coming across the 3 principles, as you said, and what you've just touched on now is those feelings of insecurity still arise. They're coming and going. Could you speak a bit more to what it was that you saw for yourself that helped you understand that it was okay? Because what I heard was it's okay to feel insecure now, whereas before it wasn't. The picture you painted was it was very painful. That's what I was feeling. It was super painful being in that place. So if you could just tell us a bit more about what you've seen for yourself that helps you see that okay, insecurity is not such a baddie as you thought it was before.
Yeah. Well, I really just felt that I'm, or I realized that I am not what's coming and going. And I realized that actually my insecurity is coming and going. So I just seen that my experience is so much more fluent. It's just going from one thing to the other, and I realized my true identity. Just seeing that I am not that, and I had a huge insight around this, but I guess for quite a few years back, but I guess I've just seen it deeper and landed deeper in, yeah, that's really true, that I'm not, this is what's coming and going of the insecurity or different kind of emotions. I am, just the observer behind it all, the being behind it all. And I saw this, I don't know, just long story short, but I really saw that I didn't need to take any of my thoughts seriously, and I saw that they were so judgmental. Many of my insecure thoughts, so critical, and suddenly, just I for many years back, or I don't know, 6 years or something, I just realized that I'm not my thinking. And I don't have to go with them. I don't have to take them seriously. And then I was just filled with this beautiful feeling of love inside, and connection to me, and to all the people I was in the same place with. I was just filled with that love, and I knew that that was the place of who I am truly, and who we all are is what I've seen after that. And so just knowing or realizing who you are on a deeper level, and seeing that you're this constant just energy of potential behind it. And so for me, I've just, sometimes I just still lose myself in those insecure feelings, and just identify, for the moment, lose my perspective and identify with this. And then I just uh, remember again. I remember again. Oh man, I just created a reality, and for the moment believe that I'm this insecure person, and it's not true. So for me, I've just seen what's true about who I am, and I know that I'm not this insecure thinking that's coming and going. I know behind that there's this incredible potential to see life differently, and also to experience connection and love and peace, and so, and it's really hard to explain, because for me there's nothing to do to come there. It's just something to see and understand, and also for me, I would say experience that place in yourself. It's a place of connection, or being, I would say. And I know that, like, anytime I get some insecure thinking, I just know that, oh yeah, okay, so it's there. I don't have to do anything because it comes and goes. And I see when I don't do anything and I know that this is happening, I just get pulled back to this energy of who I am and find my security. And so for me, that's just I'm just doing what I'm doing to try to help as many people as possible to see this. And I feel really passionate about changing the world through this, just, um, you know, because I know that it is what people need to see to feel secure. And when you feel secure, you just see so many other possibilities in life. I know I can do stuff now. I love myself. I love people. I love life. I feel grateful. Life has changed so dramatically. Just realizing how I can be a really more secure person and realizing more about how the principles work. And I just feel super passionate about bringing that understanding out to more people. So really grateful for what you guys are doing as well, and just being a part of it is fun. So yeah, I don't know if that answers the question, but
It's beautiful. It's wonderful for us because we get to speak to so many people, and what strikes me is the uniqueness of each of us, and yet we're all working the same way, but the uniqueness of our potential. So there you are, you're drawn in the direction you're drawn in, and then we speak to somebody else and they're drawn in the direction, and it's all about healing. And I love the way that you have wrapped that up this morning in security, because I think that would speak, how can I know, but I think it speaks to many, many people. But instead of saying you can become secure, it's not. It's like, understand this and see what happens. And in you've fleshed out beautifully, I think, that it's an outcome, isn't it, of an understanding and a seeing differently, as opposed to, I've got to fix that insecurity thing. It's like being in a dream and trying to fix a dream, as opposed to thinking, oh, I remember now, it's a dream. Thank you.
Yeah.
I want to listen to more, but it feels like that would just be for me. I just wanted to say that Carolina thanked us. She came on and she said, thank you for kidnapping Kjetil. It was lovely to see you.
Oh, hello, Carolina. Hello.
And there are people waving, and it's lovely.
You know what I appreciate listening to you, Kjetil, is just it felt very simple, the way that you were talking about, and it is simple on the one hand, and yet it's missed by nearly every human being on the planet most of the time. And that's the mystery in a way for me. Anyway, it feels like, how could it be so obvious on the one hand and so simple, and yet most human beings on the planet have no clue as to that's what's really happening. And we are encouraged, I think, highly to strive for happiness. And you used 3 words when you were talking. You mentioned, like, in passing, connection, love, and peace. It was like, and they're just 3 small words, but for me personally, and I think for many, many people, because we've talked to lots of people and my clients too, is that's really what we're taught to strive for as well. We're taught to strive for connection, love, and peace. It can look like happiness too, but and that's already who we are, right? That's what I heard you speaking to, the love, the peace, and it's there, but for our thoughts that take us into insecurity and have us feeling insecurity, and then it's like, oh, where's the love, where's the peace, where's the connection, and actually, as you said, I think you said something about when I noticed that, I just get drawn back into, or pulled back into well-being, into my peace. And is it really that simple? It's kind of like, are you sure we don't have to do anything to get there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I really love what you're saying there. I do, you know, and
I was just copying you, that was all. Just repeated what you said. I loved it too.
Wow. Yeah. Well, I think that, you know, we're talking about something that's just invisible, right?
And
And
universal, yeah.
it's invisible, and yet it's the source of life, and it's so easy to, since we don't see it, you know, we misunderstand it so much as well. You know, we don't really, most people, like you said, we don't understand how this works, and we live in this misunderstanding about where our experience comes from, you know. And for me too, I just really thought that, you know, if I get more knowledge, if I get more experience, if I, when I was younger, if I get a little older, you know, if I get, if I just get, you know, fancy job or a car or the right girlfriend, you know, just anything outside of myself, I just thought that security came from something other than thought in the moment, you know. And 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 it's so easy to think that, because thought, you know, you can't really grab thought, you know, it's just invisible. So, but it's just something you have to realize. And some people, you know, see this deeply fast. But what I see when I work with people is that, you know, it's for most people, we just see it deeper and deeper. You know, it's a gradual awakening. It seems like, for at least it's been for me. I had that huge insight, but I, you know, I also went into, you know, all my insecure thinking, is this really how it works? You know, and started questioning myself. And so I just see that over time, you know, we seem to become more grounded in knowing how this works, and knowing that it's not outside in, or a mixture of that. It's really 100% everything that we're feeling comes from our own thoughts in the moment. And it's that simple. Um, but yet it's so easy to misunderstand, and also it's so easy to not notice. So yeah, that's what just came to mind. So.
I was thinking, right, you know, many years, many decades ago, when I was a teenager, I didn't have words like insecurity to kind of label myself with. But what I did is, I think I was really resourceful. I created, well, we create a persona. Well, that's really imaginative and resourceful, except it's exhausting because it created a split between the person that I was feeling inside and this persona that everyone would go, but you're so calm, and you're so this, and you're that. And it's very lonely and isolating to feel you're a different person behind, but and you're not trying to be false at all. You kind of, it just seemed the most logical thing to do in the face of trying to cope. And that, what I was hearing you talking about is that gap just sort of dissolves. And it doesn't mean that I went one way or the other. There's just no, the gap dissolves. And therefore, there is just this awareness and this being experiencing and not being afraid of the experience so much. Some days, yes, some days, no. And it's that anchor. I always thought about like, oh, the anchor's gone down. So I can, you know, the boat can do this, but the anchor's always there. And I know that. So it doesn't really matter so much on some days.
Yeah.
It is a variety, isn't it? And the energy that used to go into that I didn't even know is not going into that anymore. So the energy doesn't go anywhere else. It's just there for you there then, isn't it? And it can start creating more beautiful lives and relationships. I've loved listening to you. I think it's wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Kjetil. Thank you for taking the time, especially a day early.
Yeah,
Really, really appreciate it. And we're so looking forward to having you with us at Viva. Viva goes virtual. It's only like just over
Don't
5
know.
weeks to go.
No, it's
Just over
ages.
5 weeks to go.
Ages, Sheila. Ages.
Telling Sue.
And I was going, is it really? And it must be very worrying to have your partner go, oh, is it that soon? Like, where am I? Liliana wants to say hi. She loved meeting you last year in Spain at Viva. So
I remember.
I love seeing. It's like we're all together again.
Yeah, we need a big reunion, don't we? Well, we'll have a big reunion online, hopefully.
Yes, we will.
Yeah, and then maybe next year in Spain. Wouldn't that be amazing? But yeah, great. Thank you, Kjetil. Really appreciate you being here, and we'll see you soon.
And you may have the rest of your day. Maybe
so much. I feel my cheeks again. Thank you. I just
maybe you're the common
with this.
denominator. Maybe it's your smile.
Thank you. Wow. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the next time. It was lovely to meet you guys, and just everyone looking in. Just hello to everyone, and I hope I see you guys at Viva. So
anyway, lots of love.
Take care.
Bye,
Lots of love.
everybody.
Bye.
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 Bye.